Hello, welcome to another video. This one was requested by Brian. Cheetah7b from the Cheetah EP. And what can we say? Oh yes, of course, this was Aphex was making this with the Cheetah synth, which is a very obscure and difficult to program synth. That's all I really know about it. So he was, yeah, that's the whole thing about it. And here it is. This is the track. Kind of a slow track. Okay, so we have bassline and beat there, pretty simple. That's why Brian actually requested this one, because it's more of a simple track just to see what's going on. So I recreated as best as I could a similar bass sound with operator. This is the type of, not much no needed there. Didn't spend too much time on the beat, just something like that. Okay, with the bass line, the notes are G, F, G, B flat. So G minor. G minor, the chords of G minor 7, or the notes of G minor 7 are G, G, B flat, D, and F. So we can see we've got three of them. The root, the third, and the seventh in this first two beats. And then a passing note there, which is cool, B, C, up to the fourth, which is like the fourth note of the G minor scale. So we've got do, 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 do. Kind of a blue note, kind of do, 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 up to the fifth of the G minor chord. And then we have this. So we have a flat sixth or a sharp fifth E flat, which means this is the Aeolian mode. It means if we were to, I should have got a piano ready, but that's good enough. All right, so basically if we took the notes of this bass line and we put them, oops, not that one. We put them all stacked on top of each other like that. Not the B natural, the passing note, not putting that one in. See, it kind of goes with it. And these notes are the notes of, this one missing is A. G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, and F are the notes of G Aeolian. That's a mode, the sixth mode of B flat major. So how do I know that? Say if we do it like this, you know, that would sound funny. Why didn't he just put scales going over his music? How to ruin an Aphex song. This is just for music theory demonstration purposes. So that's G Aeolian. It's parent scale, if you like. It's from the key of B flat, which you could see if you took these G and A, then you would go do 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 do. Anyway, yeah, so it just sounds like scales, but just that is the major scale, B flat, and then the sixth mode of it is Aeolian. So, or a natural minor, it's called as well. Aphex uses that mode a lot. But when you're in a mode, then doesn't really matter so much about the parent scale. You know, a G, this is in G minor very clearly. It's got a lot of G in the root note, G, 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 so it's not in B flat major. I was just saying that to for no real good reason. This is how they teach modes wrong, I think. Because G Aeolian, thinking of it as coming from B flat major, even though I just said that. Why? It's just how it's taught. So you've got a scale and then it has its modes, but each mode is a scale. Each mode is a different key, if you like. So this is in the key of G minor, G natural minor. All right. So anyway, hope that wasn't too confusing. Switch off this piano. Got a tiny bit of a variation there at the end, which actually happens the third time in the Aphex track. So the third time it does this variation at the end. Do 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 do, which is a cool little variation. And then later in the track, the drums are kind of varying a bit, and then you've got these pads. The pad comes in, some chorus on it. We'll listen to the Aphex original. The pads come in around here. And that's the pads. Okay, so I worked out the notes for the okay, now what's going on here? So we've got now that's weird. That doesn't make sense at all. Having a G minor bass line and then an F sharp major 7. I'm pretty sure these are the right notes because I played along with it. And then there's another synth comes in, higher synth, and that's most of the elements in the track. So hearing the pads together, my pads and the pads in the track, it does sound like the notes are right, which is very interesting from a music theory point of view, putting that chord with an F sharp and a B flat and an F natural. It's very unusual because the G minor it doesn't have an F sharp in it, G minor, G Aeolian, but other types of G minor do G melodic minor, G harmonic minor, but then it's got, this chord's got F and F sharp. It's got two kinds of sevenths if you're thinking of it in terms of G. So it sounds good though, it's really weird, it's mysterious, it's just, I would never think of putting that chord on top of that, but it just works. That's a real Aphexy invention. And then this fourth stacked fourths, C sharp, F sharp, and B. Oops. So again, very weird, not to do with G Aeolian at all. Just kind of a passing chord. Yeah, these chords are the last one, A flat B and B flat, or A flat E and B flat, which is like, that's an A flat minor. So again, nothing to do with G minor. It's not in G Aeolian. It's not in the key of B flat major. So I wasn't expecting the chords to be so like nothing to do with the key of the bass line. But you know, there you go. The bass line sounds good, and we pretty much know Aphex just writes by ear, which just kind of goes to show you, like, oops. Okay, so what I was saying was the chords are very unusual. They're not really connected that much to the key that the bass line is in. The bass line is doing its own thing. It has its own integrity, but the chords are just nice sounds floating on top, which is, it's quite an interesting approach. It's like, I wouldn't think of it. Like, I'm sure that goes along with just finding stuff by ear and going, that sounds good, that sounds good. It doesn't sound wrong. Like, that's a nice chord. The bass line's nice. I don't hear it. Doesn't sound wrong. Now, if I was like making the chords myself, I might have gone like a G in the bass and maybe an A up there. So something like, and then for this one, I might have done it in the same key, G Aeolian, so moving it all up a semitone. Now it's in G Aeolian, and this one maybe is same as the first one, and then this one maybe I've gone A, C, and E, just 3 notes there. So now that's probably more connected to the bass line, but it's smoother, it's a bit like less interesting. So not as good. So back to Aphex's ones again. Oops, what's that? Yeah, that's very unusual choice of chords there. Okay, so I think that's all I can say about this one, Cheetah7b. I'm going to be doing Phoenix Funk 5 soon. Someone asked for that one. And if there's any other tracks you want me to have a look at, comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in another video. Goodbye.